Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Finding an escape route. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running east-west.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's Reed to throw. Snagged on the outside. It's Morrow.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Off play action on first down. He's going to take a shot. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Looking for room. It's Edwards. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Reed. Caught in the backfield. It's Edwards. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I don't know about the play call there. 3rd and long when you're going option, and the defense, give them credit. They took everything away. The quarterback had to keep it himself. Defense is fine, giving up a couple of yards, but that's all you're going to get against the athleticism they have on that side of the football. I think that was a play the offense should have thrown it.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll ride the hot hand. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Powers through the defender. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running inside, it's Edwards. Got enough for the 1st. He's loose down the left side. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making checks. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28.
Ready. Blue 30. Blue 30. Move it.
Taylor wants to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Oh, what a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Drive and snap it from the 44. Running back searching for a hole.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Reed rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Reed. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it down the field. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Reed. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got his man on the right. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
The offense changing the play. Taylor wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Texas A&M going up-tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Keeps it himself. He came flying out from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Takes it on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Calls his own number. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. Gives them a chance to put together a strategy here in the waning moments. DB's right up on the receivers. The run inside. It's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Texas A&M going quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Well, this tight end, he's got size, and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
You know what they need. You know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's Reed to throw. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's got it. He gets a block. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the... hard line. first half. Taylor wants to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldog! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Get this drive going from the 17. Defense in press coverage. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Throwing Reed. Now moving to his right looking for anyone that's open. He makes the catch. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Unloads to the right. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with the USC Trojans in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Trojans with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
Takes the handoff. It's Owens. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Reed. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it way down the field. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Trying to run, it's Edwards. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Takes the easy one to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Aggies!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Taylor wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's a give to Bothwell. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
This is a designed run. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. This quarterback part of their running game. Got a little grass. 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. That one will give them the lead.
Have yourself a dang young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The option, he'll keep it. Shows him the stiff arm. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Neither of these teams are ranked in the top 25 at the moment, but it's early in the season, still plenty of time to fight their way in as we take a look at how things stand now. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. Brings into the open. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. There's some room. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Here's Reed to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go catch.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. The Aggies get it right back.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Making side adjustments here. Off play action. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. He spins that thing down the middle. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day, but sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
And there he goes. Touchdown, Aggies! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
The big fella's on the field, guys, for the 2-point conversion. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Owens. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Runs through it and runs through another one. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Taylor wants to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
What a great play by the defense. In a play like that, in this situation of the game, late, it's close, 3rd down, you got to have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the quarterback?
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. He's got him. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get... They've already gone for it on fourth down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Fires to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses, and man, we saw that here today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.